Fantasy Mania 2. The War on Valademkin City. Chapter 38. Arden knew that Zibalio would be expecting a war from us. He wasn't going to take any second chances. He walked over to the main defense building and ordered that the plasma guns be charged and ready just in case. Then the order was passed on to the officials that operated the defense system. Then in nearly every building and bridge there was many soldiers that had highly advanced laser blasters that literally could shoot through several inches of steel. Also on the outside of the city were around 300 men with net casters that once casted would stun the enemy. So hopefully these would reach high enough. Along the walls of the city were cannons that fired mini blasters that explode upon impact. Soon Arden looked around. Lucifant asked if he went overboard. He smiled and said, "I think I did. But if we would have left the city, we wouldn't be able to use most of these weapons." "Good point," said Lucifant. Then with a pretty ensuring look, Lucifant pulled out his sword. He said this would be his weapon of choice. Eiffel then went to his airship and was glad he had backup. He had actually made a power pack that had a long handle that could shoot out electricity, fire and ice. This was revolutionary, because even though this was the 62nd century, he was still ahead of its time. Soon Arden, Ziboras, Eiffel, and Lucifant all walked out of the front gates. Every single person in the city was ready, because everyone felt the same way about Shidas, and knew they had to stand up for what she believed in. Soon Eiffel pulled out his telescope from his coat, and began looking through it. He didn't see anything unusual yet. Lucifant asked if he was sure this time that Zibalio would bring the fight to them. He said he had a feeling that he would. So they continued to wait. To be continued.